Many of you might have seen on social media the one word movement. If you haven't, just search hashtag one word 2019. The premise is that instead of making New Year's resolutions, you select one word for the year. People like Melinda Gates has put this into practice, and there's even been a book written called One Word That Will Change Your Life. Now, I'm not big on New Year's resolutions, but I do make goals every year. And over the past few years, I've tried out selecting one word. And I'll tell you, I love it. Now, this one word, it's not a replacement for my goals, but it's more of like a complement. You see, this one word, it provides a theme for the year, and it also provides vision, direction, and focus. It's something I can easily remember, and it's something that I can put on my wall, or I can put on the mirror in my bathroom. So for this leadership training session, I want to share with you my word for 2019, which is redeem. Now, I know this is a word that we don't use very often, but redeem means to exchange or buy back. Think about the last time you went to an arcade, like a Chuck E. Cheese or a Dave & Buster's. You see, back in the day when I went, we had to put tokens in machines and then it spit out tickets. Today you have a card that you swipe, right? And then you get points on your card. Well, after you get done, you would take your tickets or your points to a redemption counter. And at that counter, you got to exchange it for something else. I want to take that concept and do it with life. I want to exchange my past experiences and present realities for something better. I want to exchange them for future significance. Here's what I mean. Let's start with our past experiences. If you're like me and you look at the past, you see successes and failures. You see regrets that you wish you could forget. And then you also see memorable moments that you never want to forget. I want to take those monumental experiences and I want to exchange it for the currency of perspective. I want to look at my successes and failures and I want to learn from them. I want to see my failures and learn what not to do from them. And then I want to look at the successes and find out the principles that made those decisions successful, knowing that those principles are foundational and withstand the test of time. You see, I can't change the past, but I also don't have to be defined by my past, and I don't want to repeat the same mistakes. So I want to exchange them for perspective. Now, present realities, here's what I mean by them. They're basically moments or experiences, and I want to exchange them for investment. Now, there's an endless amount of opportunities that I have for this, but there are 3 that I'm focusing on this year. The first one is car time. Now, whether I'm traveling or whether I'm waiting in traffic, I want to use those moments. I could use them for contemplative thought, or I could use them to listen to a podcast or an audiobook. You see, I can take those moments in the car and I can exchange them for personal investment. Secondly, I want to be prepared for those situations where you have to wait. Think about airports, the doctor's office, or taking my car in for routine maintenance. Those are places where you normally have to wait and you can expect delays. So I want to have a plan so that when those moments of waiting come, I'm ready. I can bring a book or I can bring my tablet and I can exchange inconveniences for professional investment. And then finally, I want to take a look at my lunches. You see, I want to minimize the amount of time that I eat alone, and I want to grab lunch with a coworker or a friend, and I want to exchange that time for probably the biggest investment that we can ever have, which is relational investment. Now, I want to be clear about something. I'm not talking about squeezing every second out of the day. I believe in having fun and hanging out with friends and family, but I also don't want to let life control me. I don't want to be reactive. I want to be proactive and intentional with the time. I want to take those past experiences and those future realities, and I want to have future significance by exchanging those commodities for something better, like perspective and personal, professional, and relational investment. So here's the game plan. I want you to take a look at your resolutions or your goals or your priorities. If you hadn't made them yet, it's not too late. I want to encourage you to do that. You see, as the old saying goes, a river without boundaries is a swamp. We need to have direction and purpose to accomplish our dreams. So take a look at those. And then I would encourage you to sum them up in one word or phrase. Create a theme for the year that will help you to remember it and provide focus and vision throughout the year. I'll leave you with our tweetable lesson. Past experiences and present realities can be exchanged for future significance through intentionality.